Our guest today in the studios of TRAXXfm, the orchestra, RTM. Wow, how does Dato Mozani feel, man, every time he does that? How does he feel when he does that, yeah?
Very passionate, maybe.
Really,
yeah,
huh?
Definitely.
And it's nice, right? Anybody over here got a chance, like, Dato Mozani goes on holiday or whatever, then somebody else has to take over. You have a second in command, right? For sure,
Yeah,
right?
second.
And second in command get to do the same thing also, lah.
The same thing.
Wow. Okay. Nice. But let's find out today. Whenever you hold the conductor holds that. What do you call that thing?
Baton.
The baton.
Conductor.
And then when he's what does he do with it?
Uh,
I know we see the motions, right? We know the left, right, up, down, up, down. Mostly it's like like your what do you call that?
Tempo.
You make a
tempo,
T.
yeah.
You make your T, then you 1, 2, 2. All right, go ahead. Tell us why.
Basically, he's providing the mood of the song and the dynamic of the song.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That
okay.
Everyone can actually express more.
So it's always on him, right?
Yeah.
Like if he comes there with a lousy mood, what happens, man? He goes like, oh,
Maybe someone will get scolded. Maybe.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You get scolded, lah.
Right.
Or the
Sure.
conductor.
By the conductor. Yeah.
Oh, nobody says anything about the conductor.
We just talk about ourselves. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then, why hasn't Dato Mozani grown hair like all those Beethoven characters?
We have to wait for his segment. Yeah.
Okay, I love Dato Mozani, and I'd like to send out greetings to him if he's listening to this segment today, all right? Our guest in the studios, Mr. Adil Ali Ab Halim.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
And with his band of musicians over here, Mr. Cello Man in the corner. Who do I have over here? Mr. Muhammad Azrol on the cello. Mr. Abdul Hadi on violin. Mr. Glenn Suingi. On the viola. We learned to tell the difference between the viola and the violin already now. Thank you to last week. Mrs. Yao Pingying. Phyllis.
Yes.
Phyllis. Okay. All right. So Phyllis on the violin, yeah? How is everybody doing all right?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. There you go. You guys talk with your instruments more, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so today, Zura has prepared Chords of Change. She says, stories of musical discovery, influence, and personal fulfillment. Boy, wow, heavy you. And then she says, represents the various experiences and stories we've encountered throughout our music career. What's this about them, is it? These different events she doesn't want me to read, okay. Anyway, okay, so tell us about more about the conductor's role.
Conductor's role.
Yeah.
He's responsible to the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Everything
Definitely,
about-
right?
First thing that he has to do is actually he has to know everything about the music and the instruments involved, who are the players, and within the production, what is the song's role
Wow, what is the song's role?
in the production. If it's a TV show,
Oh, okay.
if it's a concert, then he has to treat it accordingly. Lah.
Accordingly.
Yep.
And he has to know how many instruments is there a potential of having to know in an orchestra? How many instruments?
More than 40.
More than 40. And he has to know, I mean, he doesn't have to play fluently or anything. Or does he have to play too? No.
He has to have that experience of how does it sound.
Okay.
Like, and then just basic knowledge of the instruments. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that he can provide more ideas on the song. On the
and he
tune.
also knows what he's talking about, right? So
Definitely
you
have
can't
to know everything.
You can't tipu the conductor. Huh? He knows.
Yes.
It's like no. Actually, this one can only
But
do
the
this.
players can play better,
Right.
but he might know better. But he cannot execute better than the player.
Okay. How long have you been with the orchestra?
I've been 13 years since
13 years.
2011. Yeah.
How did you fall in love with wanting to play together in a big group like that?
Actually, it started off during my high school. I was in a marching band from Victoria Institution. So that's the first love on the working together with many musicians.
Wow, you guys have one heck of a band, isn't it?
Yeah, but different musicians have their own backstory. For me, I find working in the team really satisfy me. Means
Wow,
that,
okay.
So I'm not really, I didn't start off with being an instrumentalist.
Mm-hmm.
So I start off with a band, with a group of I play snare drum together with 5 people together. So the togetherness actually satisfy me.
Right. So you had a band before, a different outfit before you joined the orchestra, right?
Definitely.
So then you came an audition, and now 13 years later, you're part of
Yeah.
the band and a
Yep.
spokesperson even today, this afternoon.
Thankfully.
We thank you for being over here. Can you explain the meaning behind the title Chords of Change?
Yeah, I refer chords as a experience.
Mm-hmm.
Chords as experience. Because as for us musicians, melody gives you memories that, okay, if you listen to this melody, oh, I heard this song 10 years ago. Same goes to the chords. For me, chords is very special. It gives you the mood. And the title today is Chords of Change, means that the experience that change from where I started off playing music and now is playing/working music. Yeah.
Where your passion has become a part of your work as well.
Yes, and then the fulfillment or the satisfaction of the music always changes through the years. Through the discovery of music, through the discovery of how people treat arts and situations, production, different concert, different competitions. Yeah, it's your experience and your stories. So the title today is more towards our stories that have changed you from just having fun with your instruments, to you have to find money with your instrument and
earning.
then keeping that passion.
Right. So it's nice, isn't it? You come to work and then you feel like, I'm not working. Right?
Yeah,
In a way.
yeah,
Have
in
there
a
been,
way,
of
yeah.
course, but have there been days that you come and say, I got to go to work?
Not really.
Anybody guilty? Nobody. Cello man not guilty. Cello man looking at me like you don't look at me, huh? All right.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing, isn't it? To be able to use to work your passion, huh?
Yeah.
And that's what you do, right?
Yeah. As for now, I believe music is not it's a working tool, but now it's more towards working with people kind of thing. So you're working with a production, so you have to fit your music inside the production. Well, you cannot be ego on that. So you have to tolerate on the production.
And you always have to be tip top, right? I mean, you can't be letting your other teammates down, right?
Yeah, sure.
When you do something wrong, when you play, like or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
It comes back to the how do you handle your teamwork.
right. It's not easy for vocalists to sing with the orchestra also, right?
Yeah, true.
And it takes certain type of people who can,
Yes.
right? Have you come across people who sound like cats or whatever it is, and you still have to back them up? Tell the truth.
Definitely. But we didn't complain. But we have to see how could we make it better for him or her.
Right. So you do what? You throw a drum set down.
Oh, not really.
You cannot hear.
We cannot do a tantrum on that.
Right, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kidding, man.
We
Okay.
help everyone.
All right. So anyway, how did you explore new music during your early days? Is the next question.
As with everyone, radio is the first thing. As
Record the radio and
definitely.
okay.
Pilihan KLFM punya pilihan
Right.
bersama.
And surely you all hate the DJ kan? Lagu that best playing already, and then suddenly this one, here we are, 5:35. It's like, oh, shut up, man.
Sikit lagi nak habis.
Yeah, right.
But, especially when the chorus part, guys, suddenly, especially we want to listen to that particular part, and then at the chorus, at that moment, the DJs,
Right. You know what the other thing about DJs, I mean, okay, lousy DJs, all right? You know what the other thing about lousy DJs is? Lousy DJs, Hotel California, bro. Okay, the time now. Okay. All right. So, anyway, who have been your main influences, role models? All right, we'll start with Cello Man. Who has been your role model, man?
My role model man, my own teacher.
Your own teacher.
My own teacher.
How many years you been playing the cello, man?
Huh?
How many years?
I've been playing since 2013.
2013. Okay, all right. Well, okay. Yeah, if you can't hear them properly, it's because they're not all mic'd up, but they have their instruments all mic'd up. So don't worry about that, folks. Yeah. Let's get on to a song. Can we do that? What are we playing first? And can you tell us about this song that you're going to play? This number.
This is by Mozart itself. Actually, it's a classical piece, a very standard piece for string ensemble. Since today we are all strings, no
All strings today.
Yes. Except the double bass.
Except the double bass.
That's why it's quartet today.
Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic. Let's have it. Thank you. I don't know when to come in. Fantastic. I love that. You know, lots of things were happening in that song over there, especially the kind of ways, the kind of notes that you got to remember in the melodies. Yeah, like, I don't know, chun, 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 chun. Then sometimes you go like, it's like, you know, like, the violin does amazing things, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah.
How did you fall in love with the violin? Anyone, go.
Because of the sound.
Mm-hmm.
The sound itself, when you play melody, it creates like memories that you, how to say it in words, are like very deep in your heart, suddenly came out at certain melody.
Wow, that's the way you express playing the violin, huh?
I mean, the sound itself.
Right. Right. Many people out there cannot relate to what you're saying, brother. Because, you know, when you say the sound, right, I think it's something very personal to you.
Something like that. So when I listen to the violin, it's like make me like in a different world.
Right.
Really, somehow.
Fantastic, yeah. Some people, the guitar. Some people, the saxophone.
True.
Right? I was watching Adil. He was sitting here. He was like, you know, like going into a trance with you all playing in the background, man. It's like, so I can tell what he digs, man. Yeah? Lovely.
That is what I mean with Chords of Change. Means that everyone has their own interpretation of memories and experience towards their instruments and towards the music itself. So every musician is actually very special in terms of their own experience. So means that every musician is actually the same.
Mm-hmm.
The most valuable thing about musician is actually their experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Hadi had a very interesting explanation about how it is for you.
And then, you know, most of the musicians, they are very egos.
Ego.
About expressing their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I'm sad, I'm happy, or whatever kind of feeling. They are very egos. So through their musical experience is how they express their feeling. Sometimes it may be like our sad things in our life, or maybe our family member or friends pass away or something like that.
Right.
We don't really cry out loud like others people do.
Right. You can help. You can use the violin to help you there, isn't
when
it?
we play our instrument, like certain music, it affect our soul.
Yeah, man. I know. I get what you're saying, man. Yeah. All right. And Phyllis?
Yeah.
Phyllis sitting over there. Phyllis like, okay, don't ask me anything.
You already asked me like what 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, come on. No, but what kind of story comes out when you play the violin?
I think with all the experiences, what I find most satisfaction is because of everybody's experience that are different, that connects us. That is why we call it ensemble, why we have orchestra, and we are playing different instruments. You are like talking about different languages that we put together because music is a universal language. So that's why musicians are, I wouldn't say special, but we are weird people. So sorry.
You're very unique people.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way, right?
Unique.
Yeah, you're all very unique in your own ways.
Together in different languages with our different instruments with different sound. Like you mentioned about the conductor, he needs to know all this.
Right.
Yeah, so for him it's like really a heavy, you know.
Yeah, he's got to read you guys also, right? He's got to know your kind of
it's
personality.
like the same tempo, connect all these languages together, make it into one. You know, it's not easy.
Right. Okay. Cello man's fingers just now jumping like kata. on the yeah, man, on the cello, right? His fingers are just going all over the place. I'll come back and talk to you about the cello. We've got our news right now. Somebody who can read the news. I cannot say it like kata lah. Okay, sorry, it's Kevin Francis who's got our news coming up from Wisma Brita RTM. He'll be on with the news in then 3 minutes, and we get back to our guest this afternoon in the studios for In 34 on TRAXXfm.
Salam Malaysia Madani, the news at 4 p.m. The Ministry of Defence, MINDEF, is awaiting the Kuwaiti government agreement for the procurement of FA-18 Legacy Hornet aircraft meant for the Malaysian Armed Forces. Defence Minister Dato Seri Muhammad Khalid Nordin stated that Malaysia is interested in the acquisition following discussions with Kuwait and deployed a technical team to assess the aircraft in June. The investigation paper involving several individuals allegedly linked to the threats made via TikTok against the lead social media influencer A. Rajeswari will be referred to the Deputy Public Prosecutor tomorrow. Sentul District Police Chief ACP Ahmad Sukarno Muhammad Zahari said that so far statements have been recorded from 11 individuals as part of the investigations. A total of 4,145 Kemas teachers will be sent to attend a course on memorizing the Quran beginning this month. Community Development Director General Dato Ahmad Kamal Idris Muhammad Nawawi said this is in preparation for the pre-Tafiz program involving more than 140,000 Kemas students nationwide. On to the foreign news, a senior Hamas official told AFP that the Palestinian group was withdrawing from talks on a ceasefire in the Gaza war because of Israeli massacres and its attitude in negotiations. The senior official said Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh had told international mediators of the decision to halt negotiations due to Israel's lack of seriousness, continued policy of procrastination and obstruction, and the ongoing massacres against unarmed civilians. Meanwhile, the Federal Bureau of Investigation has identified 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks as the subject involved in the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. It said in a statement today, according to the state's voter records, Crooks, who was from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, was registered as a Republican. Moving on to sports now, 29 of the 30 sports initially at risk of being dropped from the Malaysia Games of SUKMA 2024 have now been confirmed. Sarawak Deputy Youth, Sports and Entrepreneurial Development Minister Dato' Jarrell Rentap Jabu, who is also the chef de mission of the Sarawak contingent, said only the Sepak Takraw women's doubles event has not yet reached the minimum participation of 6 states. And finally, a German labour court said Bundesliga football club Mainz had unfairly terminated the contract of winger Anwar El Ghazi after the player made comments about the war in Gaza on social media. The court in the city of Mainz said in a statement it had ruled in favour of El Ghazi, who had brought a case against the club. And that concludes the bulletin prepared by Aida Tahir. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
Thank you very much, Kevin Francis from Wismar Breach RTM for the news on TRAXXfm. Kev, you ever wanted to play the violin?
The violin?
Mm-hmm.
Not the violin.
Not the violin, huh?
But one of those big horn stuff. That
one of
would
those
been
big
yeah,
horn.
I don't know.
I don't put on your headphone.
I don't know what you call them, but there's one where you like hug the fella, and then there's a big horn coming out.
Oh, it's a tuba.
A tuba, okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
There's a saxophone, I guess. The big one.
Which one? Saxophone.
Saxophone.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
rap
Oh,
towards the player, right?
Yeah.
Saxophone.
Salsa.
Yeah.
Ah, you and I, that's all we know.
Yeah, you don't make up tuba all, okay?
Tuba, oboe. That's all we know, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's right.
But you know, one of the most amazing things I like to see also is trumpet.
Trumpet,
Yeah.
yeah.
Trumpet blowing is something else, right? Although they have cheeks like, you know, like they have
yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
bubble gum inside. but I tell you, some of these players, honestly, they amaze me
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
way they can use your lips and just, you know, you
Yeah.
don't have so many notes, right? Just 3 little buttons, right?
They have the whole scale of notes.
They have,
Same with everyone, yeah.
right. Wow, amazing, I tell you. All right,
You are
Kev.
simplifying the trumpet. You are simplifying
No,
the
no, no,
trumpet.
no, no.
Louis Armstrong will be angry.
I think I was referring bugle. Right?
Right.
Yeah, but trumpets also, yeah, small ones. Anyway, but okay, so you wanted to play a blowing instrument, huh? Okay, got any vacancy? None, huh?
None.
All right, sorry, Kev.
All right, I'll stick with the bubble gum.
Talk to you at 5.
Alrighty.
Looking forward, bro. That's our news person over there. Nowhere around the world you'll find newscasters as sporting as our guys,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, so back in the studios for In 34. We were talking to our cello man with your technique of what do you call it? Jari kata
Jari kata. Oh.
or lompat kata.
Okay. What we can see for violin, it has the small interval for them to jump.
Okay.
For cello, I have a larger interval. So let's say for E to A, maybe they can easily do like this.
Yeah, do it.
But for
Play
me,
it. Yeah, because people cannot hear you.
For me, it's a bit struggle. So I have to jump. That is like, so I have to jump to B.
Right.
It needs, I would say, an effort lah for me.
Correct.
And I must say, whenever I jump, I also feel like kata. But
Yeah, we can change the script for that Titanic movie, man. Whenever you jump, I jump.
kata.
You jump, I feel like kata.
yes. Genius.
Nice, man. But but the cello provides like just now the song. Adil, correct? Like
Yeah,
the bass,
the bass,
a very
yeah.
soft bass, right?
true.
And then our viola,
Yeah.
our viola man. Yeah, can we hear your voice, bro? Haven't heard you all day long.
Yeah.
I love you,
Here,
man.
here.
Yeah. So you were providing the like something else, right? What was you providing? What do you call his part?
Maybe the mid range of the
What is
chords.
the-
Yeah.
Basically, it's a supporting part, so I connect both the violin. I'm the bridge between the violin and the cello. Actually.
All right, you're the bridge between those. Nice. I think a lot of people, when they listen to music, they don't know what they're hearing.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you listen to orchestral music, it's even more, happening because there's so many things going on. Even that. People think playing a triangle is easy, but it's not easy. Playing a
Yeah.
tambourine, right? It's like,
We have a practice actually in hearing practice.
okay.
Where we listen to songs, and then we have to try to isolate the instruments. So you need practice to do that.
You have to
So
pick it out.
who's playing the lowest one? Who is playing the middle one? Who's playing the main the main melody?
That's
yeah.
right. It makes you a very critical listener every time you listen.
Definitely.
You're very picky and choosy.
You have to have that kind of critical way to listen to in certain instruments in the orchestra. Because sometimes you have like certain part, especially when you play in the classical orchestra, you have like more than 30 bars rest. So if you want to count one bar by one bar up to 14 bar, you lost already.
Correct. Yeah. So you might feel even you have it right. You
but
know.
If you have the ability to listen to other instruments, sometimes that instrument give you pickups for you to come in.
The cues, the cues.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So it's important, but that's the thing. It's a joy. It's a real joy listening to music when you know what's going on.
Yeah.
So perhaps you guys can share with the listeners, like how to pick up. What should you listen for? Like, okay, if it's a normal pop song, right? Things. But of course, I don't want the ones where they put record and loop and loop and loop. No, I'm not amazed by that. Right? I like music that's created like that.
But I think let's viola play like simple melody, because people are rarely listen up to the viola sound. Actually, viola has the most beautiful sound among strings.
Right.
Instrument.
Correct. Have you ever picked up the viola and played jamming a little bit?
It's different kind of way
Different, huh?
to play. the
Right.
instrument.
So
Even though
a
the-
violinist doesn't mean you can definitely qualify to play a viola, but of course you're the closest to playing.
Technically, yes. But the essence as a violist is totally different.
Wow! Stand up, man! Stand up! Let them see it. Yeah. You are a rare.
Go, Glenn.
You are a rare kind. Wow! I tell you, don't mess around.
Why don't we listen like him playing like simple melodies?
Okay, play something for us, man. Come,
Very sad one.
play something. Yeah, play. Okay. Oh wow! This.
Yeah.
Ah, da. Wow, lovely. Okay, so anybody over here forgotten, like you said, 30 bars, and then you come in. It's like something like you're going on, and you just get lost. All of a sudden, you you might have a different situation. Who knows? You woke up, you bumped your head or something like that. You're not feeling well, and then you forgot your part. You know what happens, man?
We getting lost is actually quite normal,
Right.
especially for us percussion players. That is where we needed cues from other instruments. Just now, you saw me enjoying the music, right? Just now, I was listening to each one of the instrument because they are changing their roles. Sometimes the cello is playing the melody. Sometimes the viola is playing the melody. So I'm enjoying that role shift between them.
Yeah. It's awesome, isn't it?
So that's the cue for us. So
Right.
getting lost is not. Yeah, sometimes we kat mana because we have that.
Right.
But then we hear the cues. Where the cues? Oh, it's here.
Right. Do you get flying baited or not?
You're directing it to our boss, is it? Okay.
No.
Ask him the next time he's here. I know. Like from him.
I just want to know what it's like, because it's so nice every time you watch the conductor, right? He goes like berserk, man. Whatever. I wonder. I have a lot of questions to ask the conductor because, like, if he was a guest at another with another orchestra somewhere else, would his same techniques work with that orchestra? Are they the same, or does he develop a different style with all of you? That when he goes somewhere else, they might not interpret it the way you guys interpret it.
Basically, it depends on the music. How does he interpret the music? They might be playing the same song, but with different musician, he has to getting to know the musicians first, their background just a bit. So it's more towards a management kind of thing. You have to know the musician. You have to speak to the musician. Not speaking about the music, just random chat with the musician, just getting to know what's their background a bit.
Right.
Because the musician speaks differently based on their experience.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Viola, man,
Yeah.
come tell us if you got any advice for people out there who want to play the viola just like you.
It is quite how to say difficult, not difficult. It's a
Just pick up the violin first lah. Definitely have to pick up violin first. So violin still is the main first, right? You want to say that? Just say.
you pick up the instrument purely for the sound of it. It's not for me, when I see the whole string instrument industry, right, it's like violist is the least, there's least people playing it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's
So you're trying to give a complicated answer now so that nobody will pick it up also lah. So that when they look for viola, only you only. Okay. Phyllis,
Yeah.
anything you want to say?
No.
That's about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Abdul Hadi sir, any advice for our listeners? That's good advice. Just go out there and do it, huh?
Just go out there and just do it.
Fantastic. Mr. Azrul,
Yeah.
Mr. Muhammad Azrul on the cello, aka Jari Kata.
Whoever want to learn cello or other instrument, just fun, make fun of it, and just be happy and then keep practicing.
And keep practicing. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much, Adil and the
Thank you
gang.
for inviting,
Thank you for
yeah.
being here. We appreciate all of you coming here today. We appreciate our guys from OB as well out here. OB from MCR in the studios of TRAXXfm helping us out over here. Smile. I say, got the video now. Take their pictures. Always want to sembunyi in here. Okay, and then we've got more people in the other room also over there. Thank you, everybody who's helped to make this possible. Azrul, what's your name, huh? Azura Adasina, and then our friend all the way from Achu. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for being here at TRAXXfm. Please, let's have our second number of the day to take us into a wonderful Sunday. And our thanks